Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rainbow Abegg, and I'm excited to share with you some thoughts to both end the year and also to open a new year. I love to have you on my channel and to be able to get your feedback too. So we're gonna have fun, and I'm gonna teach you a process that works. So be ready to set yourself up for an amazing amount of success in your resolutions this year. When we begin something new, it gives us a feeling of creativity and expansion and direction. I might even say control, and we just all love that. But we often have our lives very set up in patterns and habits, including our beliefs as well as the things that we do in our life. So adding something new can challenge just the way we do things. So how do we set ourselves up for success to actually create something new and let that amazing feeling of excitement and kind of ride the way through to completion? I've got a process for you today that's pretty simple and will be able to help you to create maybe what you haven't been able to create before and wanted to. So stick with me, and here's my process. The word resolution, we make New Year's resolutions. The word has the root resolve in it. Resolve gives us that stick-to-itiveness. It gives you the discipline. It gives you a direction to follow. So I've created a formula from the word resolve that will help you. And the first thing we're going to talk about is to reflect. So I'm going to propose to you something a little bit different as you're creating a new resolution. Is first I want you to look backwards. I want you to look back at your wish list. What are the things you've wanted to create? What have you been excited about? Maybe there's still some part of you that would like to actually create that forward. There's value in doing a little accountability for your life. What have you wanted to accomplish that you haven't been able to yet? So to look forward, I want you to start by looking backwards to see if there's something of value that you still hold that you actually really do want to create with. Now, if you've got something new that you want to create, this process will work with that too. But I do find that there's often the things that we've had our attention on are still worthy. So maybe there's something you still want to grab onto. So first step is reflect. Without resolution, it's a roll of the dice. We're actually going to talk about how this fits into my process as well in a minute here. So the second step is evolve. I want you to be able to see what it is you're creating. You might want to write a book. You might want to meet someone and have a relationship. You might want to change careers. When you can evolve it into the future and see it in its completed form. Let's just use the book example. So you want to write a book. I want you to envision the title. Maybe it's in a hard copy, a soft copy on a Kindle. What can your brain use your imagination to create? You're evolving into your experience so that you know what it feels like. You're making it familiar. Your brain is going to love that. So evolving is the second step. The next step is strategy. So in your strategy, I'm going to use this book example. I want you to map it out. So for instance, write a book. I've got titles, chapters, daily page writing, research, publishers, join a group, get a coach. I coach publishing books, writing them. So there's several steps. Your brain, when you create a resolution, is going to flood you with all the steps. That's why a lot of times people actually don't complete them because they're overwhelmed. But if you can take the time to write it down, that's going to be part of your strategies. And here's where the fun of the dice come in. Every day when you have it mapped out, you're going to roll your dice, and that rolled into a 1. So I'm just going to take one step today. Maybe because I'm taking one step, I'm going to do a bigger step. Let's say you roll a 6. Maybe you're going to go to your list and do 6 smaller steps. When we can pair what we're trying to create with something fun, it makes it more enjoyable. It taps into that creative energy. It will help you push past any beliefs that are also helping it to feel more like a constrained feeling in your goal. It will also help with overwhelm because you're getting some direction. You're giving yourself steps from a map, and then what step am I doing just for today? It'll keep you in today, which will actually be a really great strategy. Part of the steps of really creating a habit, a pattern of resolve, is to learn to observe yourself. What beliefs do you have flowing? Where are your limitations? Where's your overwhelm? What's getting in your way? So I want you to be able to observe yourself. That's where a lot of times it's helpful to work with someone else, have that sounding board, but also you can journal. But I do want you to observe yourself, because you're going to find some clues on, do you have something maybe deeper where you just really don't believe in yourself? You might have a belief that you're not someone that can complete the deal. So what kind of observation can you make? Because those are going to be issues that you're going to want to work on while you're working on your projects as well. Leverage is our next step. Leverage is where your power is. Like, for instance, if you had a lot of equity in your home and you wanted to take out a second mortgage, you would have some leverage and power to do that because of where your strength is and where you have personal empowerment. So I want you to look at your life and say, where do I have some leverage? A lever can actually force something, but leverage is also maximum potential. So look for your strengths. If you're better in the morning, then do your work in the morning. If you're better at night, set your goals to roll the dice and complete things by 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night. But know yourself well enough to say, where do I find the leverage for myself? Part of that might be that you actually have to take a number in your life and carve out some time for you. Look for your power points. Where are your strengths? Build on your strengths. Don't focus on your weaknesses. Our next one is velocity. Velocity as speed of an object and the direction of the motion. So you can get a lot done by taking baby steps. Your speed doesn't necessarily have to be fast. You do want to know your direction. You want to know how to get from point A to B. And then what steps are you taking? That can be the roll of the dice. You're doing 2 steps today. You're doing 3 steps. You will get so much done when you can minimize. That will also help you to maximize. So velocity, where's your speed? What's your direction? All you have to do is stay in that alignment. You'll be amazed at what you'll be able to accomplish. And the last one is evaluate. If you take some time, I think it's great to pick out a day of the week, maybe Sunday, you sit down with yourself, you evaluate, keep a little journal on yourself, what you're accomplishing, and be able to evaluate. Also, evaluate what it is that you're trying to create. In the book example, if you go through and you evaluate, you're going to actually go back up through these steps. So this is a circular system. You can go back and reflect on it. Am I still lined up with the book I started to write? Has it changed? Is my inspiration taking me in a slightly different direction? Do I feel like I'm on point with it? Somehow your career may have shifted, or maybe you got on a dating site and you started learning things about yourself. So when you evaluate, it will also give you steps to go right back through and start with that reflection. So let's say you want to meet someone and you're on a dating site. You've met a few people, and now you can fine-tune it. Now you know better what you're looking for. You know better how things feel to you. Again, you can go through. Now you're going to evolve it out. You're going to see that romance that you're looking for. You're going to see that type of person. Maybe you're going to adjust a little bit in your strategy. It's fine-tuning. That's where there's power too. Observe yourself. How's your thinking changing? And again, looking at your leverage, what are your power points, your speed, your direction, and then evaluate. So this is a process you can continue to do, which will help you stay in a much better alignment so that you can create and gain a very successful experience in your resolutions. Now, when you're going through and you've got your resolve, if you've picked something, you did the little bit of, life evaluation, you've picked something. What if you do your first evaluation and it just really isn't something you want to create? Maybe you're doing it for someone else and you realize it's not really yours. It's okay to change your mind. I coach so many people that say, I've started and stopped so many things. Well, you have a lot of interest. You can't do it wrong. But if you do find that it's not really something you want to pursue, then you can use this process to pick something new. And everything that we learn helps to expand us. So it's okay if you change your mind too. As the months go, you're starting to create, you're having experiences, please post those comments. Let other people know which step has helped you the most and what you've been able to accomplish. I think you're going to have an amazing year. Have lots of fun with it. Roll the dice, pick your steps, and move forward. please like, share, and subscribe, and let's grow this channel out. So have fun with your resolutions, and I'm going to stick to my resolution to keep making videos and build some content for you. So enjoy. Blessings.